Here we have a very unique patient. Our little white rhino calf came to us when she was just 3 months old. We suspect that her mom didn't have enough milk. She's currently been with us for 2 weeks now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Shamwari TV. We are today going to our wildlife hospital to meet up with Emma as we have received a very special patient in our facility. Ntombi, our little baby white rhino, is still at the wildlife hospital where she's being looked after by Emma, our veterinary assistant. They are doing an amazing job taking care of her effortlessly throughout the night to bring her where she needs to be, which will eventually be at the Wildlife Rehab Centre.
We're at the Wildlife Rehabilitation Centre Hospital. Here we have a very unique patient. Our little white rhino calf came to us when she was just 3 months old. She's currently been with us for 2 weeks now. We suspect that her mom didn't have enough milk because when she came to us, her temperature wasn't even reading on our thermometers. So her temperature was extremely low and her glucose levels were non-existent. So what we decided to do was heat her up as quickly as possible. This involved warming drip sets and putting as many blankets on her as possible. I even brought my electric blanket from home to keep her nice and warm. So we slowly started introducing milk with some glucose powder in, which just helped regulate her body temperature, and her energy levels started to increase and she's doing very well. It was extremely touch and go. She came in completely comatose, so she wasn't responsive at all. She just lay in her enclosure. It was 24/7 operation. We used to sleep in her enclosure with her, so she had company all the time, just letting her know that she's not alone, giving her as much TLC that she needs in order for her to get to where she is today. When she first came into us, we weren't giving her as many feeds. The most important thing was getting her body temperature up. If you introduce the feed too quickly, it can really upset her stomach. She's obviously not used to the milk mixture that we're using, so you have to slowly introduce it so that she doesn't get diarrhea, which is a very serious thing in these white rhino calves. So what we did was she used to get 1 liter of milk every 2 hours, and it was slowly increased to the full strength. And at the moment she is getting fed 1.5 liters every 2 hours. It's almost feeding time now, so we're just going to prepare her milk. We use the full replacement powder as it's just good for their stomachs. Rhinos are very similar to horses, so their digestive systems are quite similar, so it's just a good milk replacement to use. So we just put the powder in. We've got to weigh the powder. So it's about 125 grams. There you go. And we just put Protexin powder in the milk. It just helps stimulate their digestive system and keeps their enzymes in their stomach healthy. Then we just mix it all up, make sure that it gets mixed quite well. If there's powdery blobs, then it tends to make their stomach quite upset. Okay. It's important to make sure that the milk is also kept lukewarm. It helps keep their temperature up. And mom's milk would also be warm, so it's just trying to make sure that we are keeping it as close to what mom would be producing. Okay, feeding time. Come on. There we go. Hi. There we go. See, you're fine. There we go. Yay. There we go. There we go. Well done. Well done, sweetie. Hi. Yeah. Hi. You're okay. Hey. Yeah. You're okay. That's all. The feeds start at around 6 o'clock in the morning, and they go throughout the day, throughout the night, until she's getting nice and fat and round. So we're very happy with her progress. So she stays in her night enclosure. Every afternoon around 4 o'clock she goes back into her night enclosure, where she is kept nice and warm. At the moment our temperatures are extremely cold during the night, so just make sure that she is holding her body temperature. Vusi over here is her rhino dad. So unfortunately I won't be there all the time. She is only going to be with us for a few weeks here at the hospital. It's important that she stays here and gets stable and we're happy with her condition. And then we'll move her over to the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, where Vusi will take over her care. So Vusi is also very important in this first introduction period. So together we will talk to her and feed her and make sure that she knows that we're both there for her and that she can trust us both, so that when she goes over to the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, it's an easy transition and she's not so stressed out, and that she has someone who she's very familiar with. So in this camp, this is her daytime play center, if you'd call it that. So her sheep is in here at the moment as well. So unfortunately the sheep is really scared of her at the moment, and I think she's scared of it. But the more they spend time together, then the better it will be in the long run for them. The grass to milk ratio is also very important, so we need to make sure that we follow her carefully and make sure that she is eating enough grass. In the beginning, she was getting 5-star treatment and getting the grass handed to her, but now she's also learned that she needs to eat the grass herself. The sheep will also help with that. If she sees the sheep eating, it almost mimics what mom would be doing in the wild, and she'll learn how to eat the different grass and what she can and can't eat. So it's very important that her and the sheep bond quickly so that they can learn together. So we've decided on the name Ntombi, which means little girl. It really suits her personality because she is a little madam and she shows us who's boss. So myself and Vusi, her carer, have decided on the name Ntombi, and I think it's very suiting because she's very feisty and she's grown into this beautiful personality that she is at the moment. So she's still got that little soft, quiet spot, but when she's cross, she lets us know that she's cross.